Hello and welcome. I'm JC Proton and this is episode 37 of my third Let's Play series. We're picking up at turn 166. We're about to be invading two Craver systems, the last two Craver systems. After this, I think the Cravers are going to be gone. And it seems that our longtime friend, United Empire, I guess they were really only friends with us because they felt threatened by the Cravers. Because now look at this dialogue. They're being sneaky, and yeah, looks like now that the threat of the Cravers is diminished and almost gone, looks like they're ready to pick a fight with us. So I'm gonna, after taking down these two Craver systems, I'm gonna start redeploying my fleets in preparation for potential conflict with the United Empire. So, first things first, let's get into it. Let's do these invasions. And I guess this is the last Craver fleet, a scavenger. Just one scout. So you see, I can't invade because there's a defending fleet, whereas over here, I can invade. So, let's go ahead and take care of this fleet. I suppose he'll probably just retreat. Full reserves so that we're ready to attack. It's not like he's any threat to me. Alright. Landing 2,700 troops. Twenty improvements, 22 population. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna do the exploration not with my hero ship. Because I want my hero ship to have full movement. Population 15 improvements. Cool. Let's take a look at these systems real quick. Built out pretty nicely. Mostly depleted. Cool. Ha! And now that I've taken this, he's like, I'm out of here, man. There's nothing left here for me to see. This is always fun. So now that they don't have any planets left, I suppose he's going to want peace or a truce?
Even for the likes of you, the Hive has an offer.
Wow, so he's offering me 330,000 dust. That's a huge amount, right? Wow. Sure, we'll give him a truce. I mean, he doesn't have any systems left that I want to take anyway, right? So, sure. It, it's free resources. His empire is going to be gone in a few turns. I think if you have no planets, if you have no systems, I haven't seen where it's super consistent. It's sometimes like the game will still have you around for like 2 or 3 turns as an empire, and then other times it just wipes you out. So, announces that you've been wiped out. So, okay, so now we're going to start moving our fleets into position for United Empire. Potential hostilities with the United Empire that they are starting. Let the record show they're the ones picking a fight, not me. Alright, so let's see here. These guys can come forward. I made sure I moved my hero out of there before I did that exploration just to make sure that it didn't come off the hero ship. I wanted full movement out of that hero fleet. Okay, I guess we'll get these built out here. Level 3, huh? So what's his level 2 improvement? I think it's, I don't remember. Influence. See, they're all colonized. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is fix the population. We'll do 20 of those, and that'll be roughly correct. He's going to lose a little population initially, probably. Okay, so what's he have? He has adamantium and virtual artifacts. Go, nothing too expensive. So here's an interesting thing. Sometimes when you take systems from another faction, when you mouse over, you get this locked symbol, indicating there are population there that are inaccessible to you. Like sometimes their empire had some sort of ability, background, whatever, some structure, something like that that you no longer have, that you don't have. So, like for example, I'm going to pull population off of this planet, and you're going to see more population appear probably. I'm taking everybody off of there. Boom. See that? Look how many oh no, it didn't. It didn't let me move those ones. Okay, now I've actually got all the population revealed. Kind of interesting how the game does that. It's a little bit weird. There's more population than will actually display sometimes. Okay, so there we go. All right, so those populations are all revealed. All right, we've got terraforming happening, and then let's see. Assuming that that we haven't won yet. We'll go ahead and do the full build queue, just that way it's out of the way and don't have to think about it. That's close enough. Something like that. And let's see, this is down in constellation F, G, H, I, J, so FJ 50. And so then this becomes FK, FK 30. So it says I have 8 population, but you see only 6 are showing up here. There's 2 more over here. I need a spaceport. Okay, something like that. Something roughly like that. I'll have to add more genetic alteration labs probably. It's fine. We'll get it figured out. That gets it pretty close, though, right? That's most of the thinking is done. I don't have to think about it anymore. I know I can just kind of let it go, and if I don't get back to it in a reasonable time, that's kind of okay because it's already going to be pretty much mapped out. So I do it on the front end, so I don't have to stop and think about it later. So let's see, this defending fleet over here. $30,000 seems like an okay amount. Let's do a battleship, a cruiser. And a shield. All right. Excuse me. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, so for garrison back here, we'll do a battleship and same deal, a shield and a cruiser. don't suppose I really need these guys anymore, do I? We can go ahead and sell those guys off. Make sure I have the right thing selected before I sell it. Yeah, these ships are... they've outlived their usefulness. I really don't need them anymore. Yep. Somebody else can buy them if they want them. Speaking of marketplace, what do we have for leaders out there? Heroes? Let's see, just in case he decides to attack, let's put a fleet together that's fairly strong. Let's see, that gives us a cruiser. 3 shields. Cruiser battleship, 3 shields. So with 3 shields, that's 1 in each lane. So then I can put 6 of these into there. Alright. That's a decent fleet. Okay, so we've moved all these ships around. That's fine. See what we have up here. Too many to merge everything together. Okay, we'll make a 6-pack. Six-pack is 1730 right now, and that fleet is 24,000. Okay, pretty small, pretty weak fleet. Plenty strong to deal with him, though. So he'll just stay camped there. $10,000, very, very weak. Okay. But I have a little bit of fleet coming from here. So that'll add a little bit of beef to it. All right, last one over here. $7,000. Yeah, that's pretty weak. Might have more over here than we need. 68,000, 10,000. All right. Well, hopefully Riftborn won't attack me. Let's see, 2 battleships, 3 shields, 3 cruisers over here. If the Riftborn do attack me, though, I'm going to want that. I'm going to want that firepower there. So, but I will take these little guys. Let's pull those back here. And that'll give us a couple of fleets of small ships. And then here in the hangar, we also have 14 invaders. So those will be handy. Okay, so we're pretty well positioned where if he decides to, if United Empire decides to attack me or declare war, then I'm in a better position now to respond. And over here, let's see, we have some fleet forming. Nothing very impressive. That guy's pretty good. Let's see, 18. Seems like some of these guys can go over there. Okay, seems all right. Okay. Yeah, that's a weaker fleet. We have these weaker fleets up here as border patrol, basically. This is a much more relevant strategic location. So I wanted a stronger fleet here, guarding. So that's a lot better. Pretty decent. an attack coming from here, we'll see it coming, and we'll have time to respond, build those up, or move or whatever. This was more of a surprise attack place, so better to have a bigger defense there. We will see an attack coming along here because we have scouts here. So we have good visibility along this approach. Yeah, Riffhorn were none too happy when I established this outpost at BI. Okay, so I think we're pretty well set for fleet movement. Let's just go ahead and run through these real quick here. I normally do this off screen so you don't see it. It's the price you pay for having visibility of the galaxy. Is you have these ships every turn, and you can't just put them to sleep because there are enemy ships that are flying around, and so they wake up every time. So you just have to do it every turn. That's all. It's not a big deal. It doesn't take long, like a minute maybe. That's all of them. The key is when you're doing it, sometimes the position of what you're clicking moves, and you can accidentally attack and do a ground invasion when you didn't plan on it. So that's a thing to watch out for when you're doing that. Okay, so we are currently at 64 systems now in our empire. We have capacity for 71. These are the things that we're building over here. Doesn't look like we have autonomous administration coming online anytime soon anywhere. So this is pretty much our max for now. Push come to shove, we could start adding more though. We can and will if we need to. Because if you look here, the systems, we have plenty that are not level 4s yet. So we are doing a lot of upgrades, but you can see all of those systems can become level 4s. So should we need more colonization overhead, we can make that happen. Resources, are we capping out again? I tend to do that. We're close. Okay, let's sell some stuff. Marketplace. I guess I can go another turn for Hyperion. 700, 900. Producing 57, so that buys us a couple of turns. Oh, this one's hitting too high. Let's do like 150. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and advance the turn. Let's see what happens here. See if he's going to actually declare war or not, now that the Cravers are actually toast. And okay, and let's take a peek through the victory conditions. So at this point, our economy is at 645. So 2/3 of a million of my first million. Science, of course, it doesn't. It only counts. So like right now, I only have one. Right, I have one of the 4 because I completed this one over here. But I haven't done these three. So my build queue right now is just these three techs. It's going to be this tech and this tech. Then I'm planning on doing this one because it's 15%. And then depending on what we see, depending on if people are coming after me, then maybe I'll do Might of the Endless. But if people aren't really coming after me, which they probably won't, I'm hoping, then I'll do this one next because it's more resources. But you can see I'm producing 182,000 science, and this is 414. So it's not a whole lot of turns away, man. It's like 10, 15 turns out, and I'll have the win. And that's the tricky thing with a science victory. Like, you don't see it coming, because by the time you get to the level that you can research these in a reasonably fast, you're probably so strong that you can knock them out, and you don't like you get the first warning when you're halfway to the achievement of that victory condition, and then the second warning happens when you're 3/4 of the way, and then you don't get a warning. The third time is like you just won, right? So it's halfway, 3/4. So you only get those two warnings. So like if it was dust and it's taken me all this time, say I eventually get halfway, then you get that warning. It's like, okay, you've got some time that's going to happen, right? We're this far into the game and I only have that much. With the wonders, these things, each one costs like 50% more, or 20,000 more industry or something like that, and more resources than the one before. So by the time you're halfway and you've built that third one out of the 5, something like that, you've still got some time, right? This one, of course, it doesn't apply because it's the end of the game, right? Science, though, it's like by the time you can start building these things, like for me, it's going to be like maybe 10 turns between the time I complete the second one and then the third one's going to be like 3 turns after that, and then the win's like. So the time from the first warning to the win is going to be like 6 or 7 turns, something like that. So there's not a whole lot of time for other players to react. Conquest, again, it's if it was active, it would be 40 on this map. So that would be at 20 systems as a warning, and another warning at 30, right? Supremacy, it's the same thing with the capitals, right? There are like 9 capitals or whatever. So you see it coming. And you have time to respond. But with the science victory, it's a little bit hard to react in time. Like if somebody else, like let's say the Sophons were doing a science victory, once they're starting to hit those and I get a warning, I know it's like I've got to go all out against the Sophons, and even then I probably wouldn't be able to stop them from getting the science victory. So yeah, the science victory is kind of a sneaky one. You kind of like a surprise victory on people. Anyway, let's go ahead and advance the turn. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen. See, the Volter's score is quite low. Cravers are down to 551. Vodiani are 232. Volter's 487. I'm at 8,600. So I'm at least 4 times stronger than anyone else on the map at this point, score-wise. We're still at peace. Still at peace with everybody, including Vladimir, the United Empire. I've got a truce with the Cravers, which is basically as close as it comes to peace. Although I do still have war with Volters. is lagging. Whew. Okay, so research complete. Hyperfield generators. Okay, so I can upgrade all of my outpost ships. Quadrinix Fleet Shield and Hypergear. So we're going to upgrade the Invader with this module. I don't want to spend that, but I will do that. So currently we 200 additional manpower and 75 increased deployment limit on attacking. So that makes it 100. All right. Heroes. Doesn't seem like he's attacking. He's 20. This guy's bananas, dude. So check out this guy. He's on AH. So 15,000 food is converted to industry. He's got 13,000 industry, 13.3 thousand industry, which is all being converted to science. But we are getting depletion, as you see. We're slowly depleting our planets. So we are gradually accumulating depletion, even though our population has spliced in the mechanic from the sowers to reverse depletion. Because that hero is producing like 8, I guess it's 8 depletion per planet. Even though we're countering it, it's still slowly depleting, but it's not fast enough to where it's really a concern. But it's pretty impressive. And he's on our second most populated system. I guess we could swap locations. Part of the reason I have him there is because he's an overseer, and he's boosting that these resources here, that orichalcix. Anyway, okay, well, it doesn't look like United Empire is going to attack me, and so I guess I don't have any reason to continue recording this episode anyway. I think it's just going to be shuffling populations around, leveling up heroes, adjusting build queues on planetary systems, clicking end turn, continuing to maneuver my fleets into position so that if UA declares war on me, I'll be ready to just crush him. But I guess that's about it. I'm not really going to try to go peace over here with the Vaulters. let's see.
Speak. I will listen and watch carefully.
Yeah, see, the war pressure isn't quite high enough to impose a truce with with like a condition where you can make a demand of resources or something. So I'm gonna wait until I can get a resource demand or whatever, and they'll likely at some point capitulate and ask for peace, just like the Cravers did, and offer like some sort of really big pile of resources or whatever. So I'll probably wait for that to happen. But yeah, we're still got our peace going. And let's see, they have truces with everybody except their Cold War with United Empire. United Empire is truce and Cold War. So that's where we're at. Uh, I will do a new episode if something interesting happens. If somebody declares war on me or something significant changes. Otherwise, the next episode, if nothing happens, um, next episode would probably be the uh, getting ready for the victory, and probably getting ready for the victory screen. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at, man. We're just about there. We're just about across the line. So if we get this, if and when we get this science victory, then we'll mark that one off the list, and then the next game after that we'll win by something that's not conquest, supremacy, or science. So we'll do an either economic or whatever they're called. We'll do an economy, wonder, or score victory on the next game, assuming that we do get this science, which I don't see how anybody else is going to challenge me for it. The Sophans have the only chance, but they're so far behind in score, I don't see it happening. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.